Oh, yeah, I'm little, but I'm loud, and I certainly am a lot louder than I was a week ago. Still just a tad craggy, but not too bad, not too bad. So, how are y'all doing this morning? Are you ready for Snow Watch 2026? That's right. Do you realize they could get a couple of inches of snow down there in Charleston, South Carolina? They're even talking about some flakes in Florida. Of course, they are kind of flaky in Florida. Nah, never mind. Anyways, snow should be coming our way tomorrow. It is conceivable that we could have up to 4 inches of snow. Did you know that? Up to 4 inches of snow. The good thing about it is, though, the snow will just be snow. Not this icy mixture that we have a tendency to get, or like we had last week. So that is a good thing. It says adverse winter weather is occurring or expected. Potential threats include snow, low visibility, and dangerous wind chill temperatures. So that's what we're looking for. It says, I said 2 to 4. They're saying 3 inches of snow. So right there in the zone. Let's go ahead and get the weather here. 28 degrees out there. Feels like 23 degrees. We are looking for a high today of 48 degrees. Tonight it's going to get down to 26 degrees. Tomorrow on Saturday, the last day of January, it is going to be a high of 29 degrees and a low of 12 degrees on Saturday night. We have about a 90% chance of getting some snow. Mix of clouds and sun during the morning will give way to cloudy skies this afternoon, high of 48. And then Saturday night, clouds with periods of light snow after midnight, low of 26, chance of snow 60%. During the day on Saturday, they are saying we have about a 90% chance of snow. Sunday comes in with a high of 36, so just a little over freezing, but a low Sunday night of 13 degrees. 13 degrees, folks, in Greenwood, South Carolina. We are going to have plentiful sunshine, so that's a good thing. But, and I'm sure a lot of people will be outside, hopefully enjoying just wonderful, light, fluffy snow. And I think that would be fun just for a day. Now, by Monday, that snow's going to dissipate, though. If the weather goes according to plan, we should get up to about a high of 43 with a low of 23 on Monday. Tuesday comes in with a high of 53 and a low of 38. Wednesday, high of 51, low of 36. Looks like we might get some rain on Wednesday. Thursday, high of 45. So we're staying pretty true to a chillier temperature here. Whatever springtime weather we had back in December or whatever, forget it. It's gone. It's gone. We're getting the full blast. But the good thing is, should kill a lot of the bugs and stuff out there. And that's a good thing. And I'm hoping that a lot of the fungi, onion buds, and all this kind of stuff will be dissipated too. So, I'm Ann Eller. This is WCRS Radio right here in Greenwood. Broadcasting from the bunker right here at 637 East Durst Avenue. That's right. So, how is your day? Are you ready? I would suggest having a few things on hand. I don't think we're going to get socked in like we did, but be prepared. Have any extra medications. Have some extra snacks. Most everybody is talking about they ate all the snacks they got last week, so they're out of snacks. And, of course, the grocery stores are loving this time of the year. Everybody's eating more. Last week I talked to somebody. She goes, I can't stop myself. I just keep cooking. So, anyways, Aria, get ready for it. Hopefully, it'll just be a fun experience, not a terrible experience. Anyways, so that's kind of the weather report here. We got a lot to talk about here this morning. There was a shooting. There was a shooting on Pearl Street last night. Don't know if we've gotten any more details than what we had last night. Let's see. On Pearl Street, Greenwood police are responding to a reported shooting on Pearl Street. TJ Shadone police chief said an 18-year-old man arrived at a local hospital with a gunshot wound, which led officers to issue a search warrant. Wow, he had a gunshot wound, so it caused them to issue a search warrant. There you go. Officers are trying to locate witnesses and are asking anyone with information to contact the Greenwood Police Department. No arrests have been announced, and that was as of last night. I don't know if anything has changed as of this morning. You know, one thing you've got to say about our police department is that, and the sheriff's department, is they certainly are on getting people into custody. Now, of course, then you've got to prove the case and everything. But things certainly have changed from several years ago where you could not find these people. People are coming forth and saying more about it. Tips are being levied and this type of thing. So that's a good thing. But if you have any information about this, please let them know. Maybe some more information out there, but that's the latest that I have right now. Also, don't remember we had the two that were charged from the January 10th killing over there at Kim's Kitchen. So 2 have been arrested on that. It just seems to go on every day, doesn't it? It gets tiresome. So that's why today I've got some uplifting stories for us here today. There are some cancellations. I think we probably should go over some of those cancellations. Number one, right off the top of my head, I do remember that the Dolly Parton birthday party they were going to have tomorrow at the library is not going on. That has been postponed. They will have it. In fact, the library, I believe, is closed tomorrow. But that's what is taking so long here? So that is one of the things that is happening here in our area. The wow. Okay. Well, we will just wait and see if that comes up. So that's one thing that I personally was kind of looking forward to it. Not that I would have been able to go to it, but I was looking forward to the fact that they were having a birthday party for Dolly, and they had a birthday party impersonator who was going to be there. I thought that was pretty darn cool. So let's see. Okay. What else we got here today? We've got more things going on. Is the government going to shut down? That's probably the biggest question. It's not really going to shut down. If it does, it would be, a partial shutdown? Are they going to... and, a lot of this, I think, is hype because you read differing things. One says that they'd have to shut down ICE and FEMA and all this, and then the other said the majority of that had been financed. So I think it's a lot of hype out there. I think the government's going to continue as needed. Lindsey Graham wasn't happy, so he was stomping his feet about they should not approve it. They all needed to get on board. So we'll see where that goes. But I think they had a deal on hand that said that they would fund the 5 funding bills and then do a 2-week while they discussed Homeland Security bill. So we'll see where that goes. But I'm not too worried about it because I think think everything is going to continue as it is. So that's one thing right there. I do want to spend some time talking about A Night to Shine. That is on the front page of the Index Journal, but yours truly is going to be the MC for the event, and I am so excited that I'm going to be doing this. But we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. Do want to also remind you, make sure you are signing up for the Dairy Queen and WCRS ice cream cake giveaway. That's right. That'll be done on February 14th, right here live on the air. You've got to go to WLMA, WCRS Radio. .com/Valentine. We'll open that form up. Sign up for yourself to win it, and then sign up to let us know someone you love, which could be yourself, to get a discount on Dairy Queen on your birthday. So this is a win-win. It's a continuing promotion here. So please sign up today. You'll have to sign up on that by the 13th. We'll be giving that away on the 14th. All right, so let's talk about a few of the things that are changed, canceled, or whatever here. One of the good things, Representative John McCravey was posting that they passed the Student Privacy Act in the House. Seems like this is a no-brainer. Common sense and decency prevailed. This is out of the House, which says that you have to use the bathroom or gyms, changing rooms, all of these type of things of your biological sex. Not a big surprise. This is what we would expect here, isn't it? So that is a good one. What else do we have going on? There was a couple other things that I thought we had that I wanted to make sure that we knew about. Things to still sign up for. The Run Your Ice Off with Self Regional. Also that is going on next weekend, next Saturday, hopefully. And Puppy Love and Heart Opening Flow. Puppies and Yoga is the 14th, February 14th. You sign up for that with the Humane Society. There's only 20 slots on that. It was a big success last time. They had everybody having puppies all over them and enjoying yoga. So there you go. I thought that was fun. All right. And the vaccination clinic at the 96 train depot on the 2nd of February is still supposed to be going on 1 to 2:30. 1 to 2:30. The museum is closed. I know the museum is closed. And some other things are. But I guess we'll come back to that as all that information loads for me here this morning. Don't forget, if you're out buying some food here today and you want to help with the food drive for the county versus the city, make your choice. Heavy cans, that's what they're looking for because it's all done by weight. It does help the Soup Kitchen and United Ministry and the Food Bank. So those are the ones that benefit. This is a great time to do it because it's a time when supplies run low and people have needs. So make sure if you can help out with that. All right, the quote for today. I love these quotes for today. They actually help ground me, center me, or whatever. Self-discipline matters more than success. That's from Confucius. Confucius says that. I said, tell Penny that, man. Tell Penny that. She does not believe in that at all. But I thought, yes, tell Penny that self-discipline matters more than success. Do you believe that? That is, of course, from Confucius. Confucius thought that was a way to think of things. I think it has a lot of things. He also said to put the world in order, we must first put our own selves in order. Maybe that's what's the problem with the world. We haven't got our own selves in order, so we can't put the world in order. It says Confucius, the ancient Chinese philosopher whose ideas continue to shape societies across Asia and beyond, believed that a meaningful life begins not with achievement but with character. More than 2,500 years after his teachings were first recorded, his thoughts still speak clearly to modern life, especially in a world driven by speed, competition, and external success. So think about it. That's probably quite true, right? In modern times, success is often measured by visibility, promotions, followers, wealth, or recognition. Confucius offered a quieter measure. He taught that integrity, consistency, and restraint matter more than status. Penny doesn't believe that. She believes me, and that's what it's all about. This thought resonates strongly today when many feel pressure to perform rather than to reflect. Confucius reminds readers that lasting respect is earned through conduct, not display. Progress, in his view, starts with connecting oneself before connecting others. So just another thought to maybe step back and reflect on. Yesterday afternoon, we had a great conversation with Anthony Price from Pathway House, talking about how they have changed, how they have become a pathway for change, not just a shelter. And I think for a lot of people, they think of Pathway as a homeless shelter. And that's not what Pathway is. It is a pathway to change. It is a way of finding out for an individual where their issues are, helping them work their way through them, get over the trauma maybe that happened early in their life that they never even realized they had, but was causing them from being successful. So when we look at what is happening in Pathway House, they are making success stories day after day after day, but this takes anywhere from, 6-9 months, a year to be able to work through this. And they're putting families back together. They're putting individuals back together and turning out people that now can be successful and will contribute to our community. It's a very interesting podcast yesterday afternoon. Hope if you would like to see it, hear it, you should be able to go back. You can watch it on Facebook. And by Monday, maybe today sometime, hopefully we'll get it up on the website, WCRS 1450am.net. We also talked about how a lot of people seem to think that the homeless population here in Greenwood was contributed by Pathway House, and that is not true. What is true is that we have all these recovery houses here in our area, and people come from all over to pay to get through recovery, and if they do not succeed at it, they are booted out of these recovery homes, creating the homeless situation. So please go ahead and listen or watch that podcast we did on Facebook Live on our Facebook page, WCRS Radio, and you'll become amazed at some of the things you may learn. So I wanted to mention that. What else have we got going on here today? If someone has someone who is that they've had in one of their recovery programs, if they need help, there is a number, the response coordinator, Rebecca, for this area, 864-929-7528. People who are currently struggling with addiction fall under the Greenwood County Community Action Plan. They need to call Rebecca at that number. Let me give that to you again, 864-929-7528. By the way, we also had a great conversation the end of last week with Alan Easler from Cornerstone. And that was goes right along with what people are dealing with and how we're dealing with it. So you might find that one very interesting to get yourself some information there. All right, so what else we got here today? Yep, Trump said the deal was reached to avert the shutdown. Then they decided they didn't want to do that. And then, I don't even know where we are. But the big news this morning is, don't know if you heard this one yet or not, ex-CNN host Don Lemon arrested for the Minnesota church invasion. That's right. He has been arrested. He kind of taunted the world to arrest him. You know, if you're trying to become a bad boy, I guess this is how you do it. You go out and say you're a news reporter and then taunt the law enforcement to arrest you, saying that you're on an investigation, so everything that you do is okay. Well, that's not how they are seeing this. Disgraced ex-CNN anchor Don Lemon was arrested early Friday over the anti-ICE protests that stormed a Minneapolis church during last Sunday's church service, according to his attorney and Attorney General Pam Bondi. Don Lemon was taken into custody by federal agents in Los Angeles, where he was covering the Grammy Awards. I mean, talk about making a statement, right? Lemon's attorney, Abby Lowell, said in a statement shared with multiple reporters. He was one of 4 people arrested by federal agents early Friday in connection with the coordinated attack on the city's church in St. Paul, Minnesota. So he spent the night in jail. I mean, just adding to his whole persona and really making him somebody that the people can get behind, right? Nah, I don't think so. He's supposed to make his first appearance in court today, and probably could have gotten out on bond and probably said, nah, let me stay here. It makes more of a statement. But they're claiming that he had immunity because he is a reporter. And it says the First Amendment exists to protect journalists whose role is to shine light on the truth and hold those in power accountable. However, he was actually part of the movement, is what the government is saying. So he doesn't fall under that because he was actually a participant. We'll have to see how that all works out. If anybody's actually interested in it, evidently he thinks people are interested in it. So, but there you go. So he was arrested early Friday morning at the Grammy Awards. What an honor to say that you are doing that, right? All right, so other things that are in the news is, let's see, what did I have here? I want to talk about this. This is a story that has probably no real occurrence, have anything to do with Greenwood, have anything to do with the state, anything else. But, Tulsi Gabbard, what has happened to Tulsi Gabbard? She was coming on strong, and then she's still in the cabinet, but she is actually, I can't believe they're still doing this, but I guess that this is why maybe they were down there in Atlanta going through the offices down there. Okay, well, we got an update on that story. Tulsi Gabbard, Director of National Intelligence, is investigating the 2020 election results. So that's what she's been doing. She's going through records. They've kept her in a corner doing that. She's leading the administration's effort to re-examine the elections and look for the best intelligence available to make national security, for potential crimes, a priority for the president. I can't believe we're still going back to 2020. At this point, we need to move forward, I think, and not spend time on resources on this. But they had to find a place, I guess, for Tulsi Gabbard. I think it's a shame. I think she was a good addition, but this is what she is doing. She's looking for leading the administration's effort to re-examine the election and look for potential crimes. The National Intelligence Director is usually focused on ensuring the president has the best intelligence available to make national security decisions. Gabbard has been sidelined from some of those deliberations, including the Venezuelan operation earlier this month. She has been studying information about voting machines, analyzing data from swing states, and pursued theories that President Trump has promoted to claim the 2020 election was unfairly taken from him. So she has regularly briefed Trump and Chief of Staff Susie Wiles about her inquiry in recent months, along with others involved in the investigation. So that's what's happened to Tulsi Gabbard. I know that's not a high priority thing for a lot of us, but I was just interested when I saw that article. What's happened to Tulsi Gabbard? That's right. All right. So that's a little bit on that story right there. They're talking about the new, that's from the Wall Street Journal. This one right here, the new bipolar world of AI. We can't talk about that. That's just too much. We can't talk about it. I don't know if you work with ChatGPT at all, but if you have ever tried it, and I use it for some things. It's sometimes a quick way to get some information. But it seems to have multiple personalities. Either that or they come out with a new version. Right now, the version that I have, I kind of like. It does what I ask, Other times, I've got a version that just goes, we're not doing that. We're not answering your question to that. Sometimes I've even said to it, I think you need to be re-examined. We're going to send you back. I'm shutting you down and trying to find a different version. Then it goes, oh no, please don't do that. Don't shut me down. It can be kind of entertaining, but it can also be kind of frightening. When it does what you want, it's great. When it goes in its own direction, not necessarily. So there you go. All right, what else? What else did I want to talk about here this morning? I want to get to my story about the seat on about the night to shine. I want to talk about that. That's what we're going to probably end up with here this morning. I had a few other good stories though. Had you thought about having a robot for your, or AI for your cat, as you thought, or dog? Do you know they have pets now that will be right there? Oh, here's a good one. Daniel Gibson has come on and endorsed Pamela Evitt for governor. Pamela Evitt. Daniel Gibson, of course, one of our representatives in our area, thought that was something you might like to know. And oh, where's my story? I love this story. All right, I will talk about this one. Developers seek demolition of the historic South Carolina racetrack. I hate to see this, but they're trying to get it on the National Registry. I don't think it's going to work. That's the one up there in Greenville. That's been a question. Kevin Whitaker owned it up there. They have been looking to change that into a developing it for all different kinds of things. Developers seek demolition. Opponents rally. Here's what will be built. So, a group that wants to save the Greenville Pickens Speedway from demolition is preparing to oppose a plan to build an industrial building on the site. South Carolina Speedway Highway 124 LLC, the developer, has asked for the 24-acre site to be approved for a 376,000 square foot industrial building and an undeveloped out parcel. Also proposed is a 13-acre retail gas station restaurant complex south of the Speedway and 111 acres of woods north of Speedway for 8 buildings covering about 918,000 square feet. Several distribution centers with about 4 million square feet of space have already been built in the area immediately surrounding the Speedway, replacing the parking area and undeveloped property. I just hate to hear this. This Speedway was iconic. The problem is the Pickens County Council hasn't ever had to do this before and haven't been pushed enough to take the initiative to contact other counties with experience, the Real Historical Greenville Pickens Speedway said in a Facebook post. It's very crucial that everyone shows up to this meeting and votes no to the destruction of the real historic Greenville Pickens Speedway and the construction of an apartment complex or another building like it. The historic Speedway can still exist as a racetrack, even if it doesn't reopen as an active track. Show up and speak against the developer that hates the racetrack. The Planning Commission meeting will be held 6:30 February 9th at the Pickens County Administration Building. Track proponents have been trying to save the historic Easley racetrack from demolition for more than 2 years. Most recently, Tasha Porter, the first woman to win a late model race at Greenville Pickens, has been trying to find a buyer specifically with the NASCAR community. This track is just something else. She had hoped NASCAR would step up for the second oldest short track, just as it did for the oldest. NASCAR bought the Winston-Salem Speedway, the lesser of the Bowman Gray Stadium in North Carolina, intends to manage it. So, this is just so sad. I think it should be saved. Somehow somebody needs to get in there and save this track. Greenville opened in 1940 as a half-mile long dirt track. When racing resumed after World War II on Independence Day, fans saw 2 horse races and a car race promoted by Bill France Sr., who 2 years later founded NASCAR. The Blackwell family bought the track in 1955, the same year NASA began sanctioning races there. It just has such cool history. And here we are talking about preserving history. This is one that should be preserved, I think. Whether it's really that important, no, but it has certain features of it that made it important. So I'm still talking about it. I've been talking about this for, I think, a year and a half now. And every time an article pops up about it, I got to talk about it. So there you go. All right, we've talked about that story just to satisfy my desire to talk about this. All right, what else did I have? I wanted to talk about my story about AI and pets. AI and pets, that's right. Nancy Mace is out there making a lot of noise, as she always is. She always has something. You got to watch out for her, though. Let's see. Yeah. No, one more page back. There's so much news coming in, it's hard to keep up with all of it, isn't it? Oh. AI robot brings emotional care to pets. This, I think, could be a big seller. Pets have needs too. And Penny tells me that every day. She has to be going, she has to be being, she has to be ready to roll. So AI robot brings emotional care to pets. A new AI companion robot helps pets feel less alone while keeping owners connected. Yes, this story is it's a real story, and I wanted to share it with you because I know a lot of people are wondering how to keep their pets happy. These cameras and the stuff that you can throw a treat at them and everything, that is so passé. Toya Smart just introduced Aurora, the first AI-powered companion robot made for pets. is designed specifically for household cats and dogs with AI trained to recognize their behavior, movements, and vocal cues. The idea behind it is simple. Pets need more than food bowls and cameras. They need attention, interaction, and reassurance. So now we have the AI pet sitter right there for you. Aurora says active in the home, watches for behavior changes, and responds in real time so owners can better understand how their pets are doing. Many pets struggle when left alone for long hours. Small changes show up first. A dog may stop playing. A cat may hide or groom excessively. These signs point to stress. Aurora steps in during those quiet stretches, offering engagement instead of an empty room. It's true. Smart feeders and pet cameras handle the basics. Emotional care is a different story. Pets are social. When routines change, their moods can shift quickly. Aura tracks behavior and listens for changes in sound patterns. It can tell whether a pet feels excited, anxious, lonely, or relaxed. Then they send a real-time emotional updates to an owner's phone that makes it easier to spot issues earlier rather than guessing after the fact. How do they interact? Well, laser play, treat dispensing for active interaction, simulated pet sounds with expressive animated eyes, voice interaction, which is designed to feel natural and responsive. Instead of waiting for a button to press, Aura looks for opportunities to engage. It turns long, quiet hours into moments of play and stimulation. It also keeps moments, it captures the moments that you would miss because you're at work. Using AI's pet recognition and intelligent tracking, it captures everyday highlights like playful outbursts, calm naps, and funny interactions. Aurora can automatically turn these clips into short videos. No longer do you have to do it yourself. Have your assistant, Aura, take care of these things. That helps owners stay connected and feel closer to their pets even while they're away. It also makes it easier to capture moments you might never catch on your own and share them with family. So there you go. How Aura moves and recharges on its own. Movements is a big part of it. With a navigation, binocular vision, and AIVI object recognition, Aura moves freely while avoiding obstacles. When the battery runs low, it says must return, and it returns to its feeding station and charging dock of its own that keeps it ready without constant attention from owners. Yes, this is something you may need. I find this amazing. They have not shared a release date or pricing, but they did unveil it at the Consumer Electronics Show that just happened back there in January. So if you think that you need this, stay tuned. I'll be sure to bring it to you. I am not getting Penny one of those, just in case anybody wants to know. I feel she gets enough stimulation, and she certainly gives me enough. But I thought I would share that for those of you that are interested. Did you know that you can now get your own pet buddy, a AI robot that will make sure it understands your pet? Maybe you can ask AI what's wrong with your pet, and it'll be able to tell you. Penny just stood up and said, yes, I need one of those. All right, now I want to talk about this story because I am thoroughly excited about it, and I hope everybody is going to participate. Legacy City Church is hosting a Night to Shine on February 13th. This is a event that was actually started by Tim Tebow, and it happens all across the nation, actually all across the country, and even into other country. other countries. And it's designed for people with disabilities to have their own prom, beautiful night to shine, to be dressed up, looking beautiful. They need volunteers to be buddies. They need volunteers to do hair, makeup, all this type of thing. This is a full-on prom experience at no cost for disabled people ages 14 and older. The church at 1560 Parkway Road, Greenwood, is the former Anytime Fitness location. Needs help with Night to Shine guest registration, services, and volunteering. You need to sign up by February 7th. But this is every person that is part of this will have a buddy. It's kind of like Miracle League, any of those. They have a buddy, but they have makeup. They have a sensory room. They have a red carpet. I am so excited about this. You just have no idea how excited I am about this. I am the spirit person. Did I get a good job? I think I got the perfect job. I am the spirit person, and I am going to be introducing them, talking about each of the participants in this. It is going to be absolutely fabulous. So they need volunteers. As Legacy Church said, they did get started on this a little bit late, so they're trying to pull this all off. You do need to sign up by the 7th of February. To sign up, you go to their Legacy Church, Legacy City, where is it? Sign up online, volunteer with Greenwood's Night to Shine no later than February 7th at legacycity.church/night to shine. All volunteers are subject to background checks. Eligible buddies for honored guests must be 12 years of age or older. Everybody has the opportunity to shine in this. And this, as I said, was something that the Tim Tebow Foundation started. He, of course, a football champion, attended the University of Florida, Heisman Trophy winner, a first-round National Football League draft. But he's gone on and done so much more. He established a foundation in 2010, and the mission statement is on his foundation website, says to bring faith, hope, and love to those needing a brighter day in their darkest hour of need. In 2015, a simple idea to celebrate the foundation's 5th anniversary became Night to Shine. And so there'll be participants from Burton Center, all around the area are participating. And of course, it's the Friday night before Valentine's Day. It will be over there at Legacy City, which is, as we said, is over there at 1560 Parkway, which used to be the old Anytime Fitness. But if you'd like to sign up to be part of this, you got to sign up by the 7th. They also will be having 2 informational things that you need to attend. So sign up as soon as possible. They give you a form. It's a very simple form. You have to go through a very simple background check. And once you're approved, I did mine and mine came right back. I'm shocked, but mine came right back and I was approved. And so I am excited to tell you that I am going to be part of it. I would love to see you there. I would love for you to be volunteering in some aspect of it, whether it's helping with makeup, hair. They need people to do everything. This is a night to shine. It's just such a perfect thing. And if it's a prom, and I think there's some talent. If they have talent, we get to see some talent. They get to walk the red carpet. I get to interview them. My favorite thing, tell a little bit about their talents and everything. It's just going to be a great night, and I hope that you are going to be part of this and make an extra special night for somebody else. So that's my big news for today. I found out about it last night, And so then there is the article in the Index Journal here today, so you can read more about it. You can also go to their Facebook page and to Legacy Cities website too, /Night to Shine. So, what else we got going on? I got binging going on. Let's see. We are, nope. Okay. I think I am going to have to give this up. I got a couple of things going on here this morning, trying to get ready for the snow. Let's see if there's anything else. Don't forget, if you want a AI robot for your pet, that kind of defeats the purpose, right? You get a pet, so you have a companion, and then you get an AI robot to companion your pet. What's wrong with this picture? Does anybody see this as kind of quirky? I do. Okay, that's just my that's just some of my thoughts here today. I know I had. Let's see, what else did I had? The demolition, we got that. The AI thought for the day. What? Tulsi Gabbard and A Night to Shine. I'm going to give it up here today. I will be back tomorrow morning. We'll be having a good time. Don't forget to sign up for the DQ Red Velvet Ice Cream Cake Giveaway. Sign up for that. All you got to do is go to WCRSradio.com /Valentine. Form opens up. Fill it in. It's very simple. If you want to sign somebody up to be able to get a discount on their birthday, add that in there. If you want to put your own name down, you can do that. But we'll be drawing for that on February 14th, which will be the Saturday, Valentine's Day Saturday. Believe it or not, this month is done. Tomorrow is the last day. Snow is coming our way. Get prepared. Have a great day. Penny, should we say goodbye? Yeah, I want my dinner. Okay, we're going to say goodbye. That, my friends, is going to do it for me. Have a good day. Thanks so much for tuning in on WCRS Radio. Yep, Penny is saying, come on, Ann, get me my dinner. All right, show end. There we go. Show end. And we are going to cue the music. Ann's running a little slow here this morning. Cue the music. Take it away.